in Navdeep. Then he went to Jagannath Puri. So he described the main 10 incarnations of Krishna. And the Narsingh Aarti that we sing is also, the half of it is taken from this Dasashastra Stotram. So we'll read the meaning first and then we'll read the meaning of the 10 and we'll sing it. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who has assumed the form of a fish, all glories to you. You easily acted as a boat in the form of a giant fish, just to give protection to the Vedas, which had become immersed in turbulent sea of devastation.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a tortoise, all glories to you. In this incarnation as a divine tortoise, the great Mandara mountain rests upon your gigantic back as a pivot, returning the milk of ocean of milk. From holding up the huge mountain, a large scale-like depression is put in your back, which has become most glorious.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a boar or glories to you. The earth, which had become immersed in the Garbhadak ocean at the bottom of the universe, sits fixed upon the tips of your tusk like a spot upon the moon.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Hari, who have assumed the form of half man, half lion, all glories to you. Just as one can easily crush a wasp between one's fingernails, so in the same way, the body of wasp-like demon Hiranyakashipu has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, all glories to you, O wonderful dwarf. By your massive steps, you deceived King Bali, and by the Ganges water that has emanated from the nails of your lotus feet, you deliver all living beings within this world. It is merciful.
और गौरव दरकार ছিল
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who has assumed the form of Bhrigupati, Parshuram, all glories to you. At the Kurukshetra, you bathed the earth in the rivers of blood from the bodies of demoniac Kshatriyas that you have slain. The sins of the world are washed away by you. Because of you, people are relieved from the blazing fire of material existence.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Ramachandra, all glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroy the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his heads as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions, headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were much harassed by this monster.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Balram, the wielder of the plough, all glories to you. On a brilliant white body, you wear garments the color of a fresh blue rain cloud. These garments are colored like the beautiful dark hue of the river Yamuna, who feels great fear due to the streaking of your plowshare.
Keshava, Lord of the universe, Lord Hari, you have assumed the form of Buddha. All glories to you, O Buddha of compassionate heart. You decried the slaughtering of poor animals, performed according to the rules of Vedic sacrifice.
O Lord, O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who has assumed the form of Kalki, all glories to you. You appear like a comet and carry terrifying sword for bringing about the annihilation of the wicked barbarian man at the end of Kali Yuga. Pralaya payodhi jale ditivan asivedam Vihita vihitra charitamakhedam Keshavadita Meena Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Alaya Payoti Jale Vikraman Sivedam Gita Gita Charita Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai. Hare Krishna. So welcome everybody. Welcome to this morning's Bhagavatam class on the topic of appearance day of Lord Varaha. So before I proceed, Jan Prabhu, do you know about Lord Varaha? Little bit, okay. You know, there are many. Yes, there. You've been to New Mayapur also, right? So you might have seen some lookalikes or living entity resembling Lord Vara. In their forest they have many boars, like these wild hogs.
Oh, I never seen.
You never seen them?
No.
They specially warn people to do not go in the woods alone. At times they can attack.
Wild house. Wild house?
In New Mayapur.
Really?
Yeah. I have seen them through the castle from the windows in the morning. Hare Krishna. So we'll discuss from this verse from 3rd canto, 13th chapter, 20th verse. The chapter is Appearance of Lord Vara. Granena prithviya padavim vijigrahan
Granena pritya vadavim vijigran
Krodha padesha swayam adharangaha
Koda padesayam adarangraha
Karala drishtro api akarala digbhyam
Karala dastru api akarala digram
Udvikshya vipran grahano avishat kama
Udviksha vipran grahato abhisat kama
Granena prithviya padavim vigrahan
Granena pritya padavim vijigrahan
Krodha padesha swayam advarangaha
Koda padesayam adarangraha
Karala distro api akarala drigbhyam
Karala dastru akarala digrayam
Udvikshya vipran grahano avishatkam
Udviksha vipran abhisatkam
Granena prithviya padavim vijigrahan
Granena pritya padavim vijigrahan
Thoda padesho swayam advayarang
Koda padesayam adarangraha
Karala drishtro api akarala drigbhyam
Karala drastaya akarala digrayam
Udikshya vipran grahato avishkam
Udviksha vipran grahato abhisatkam Granena pritya padavim vijigrana
Granena prithviya padavim vijigrahan
Krado padesayam adharanga
Krodha padesha swayam advarangaha
Karalo damstro api akarala drigbhayam
Karala damstro api akarala drigbhyam
Udviksha pran granato yavisatkam
Udvikshya vipran grahanato avishkam
Granena prithvya padavim vijigram
Granena prithviya padavim vijigrahan
Koda padesha swayam atvaranga
Krodha padesha swayam advarangaha
Kala damsto pyakarala drikapyam
Karala damstro api akarala drigbhayam
Udvikshya vipram krinato visatkam
Udviksha vipran granato abhisatkam
Granena
Grana
by smelling
by smelling
Prithviya
Prithya
of the earth
of the
Advim
Advim
the situation
situation
Vijigrahan
Vijigrahan
searching after the earth Krodha apadesha assuming the body of a hog
assuming the body of a horse
Swayam
Swayam
personally
personally
Advara
Advara
transcendental
transcendental
Angaha
Anga
body
body
Karala
Karala
fearful
fearful,
damstraha,
Damstraha,
tith tusk,
tusk,
api, in spite of,
in spite of,
akaral,
Akarala,
not fearful,
not fearful,
digbhayam,
Digbhayam,
by his glance,
by his
udvikshaya,
Advikshaya,
glancing over,
glancing over,
vipran,
Vipran,
all the brahmana devotees,
all the Brahmana,
grinataha,
Granatha,
who have engaged in prayers,
who are engaged,
avishat,
Avishad,
entered,
and
come
come
the water.
the water.
Translation purport, the Divine Grace is Muktivedanta Swami Shivapad ki.
Jai.
He was personally the Supreme Lord Vishnu and was therefore transcendental. Yet because he had the body of a hog, he searched after the earth by smell. His tusks were fearful and he glanced over the devotee Brahmanas engaged in offering prayers. Thus he entered the water. But we should always remember that although the body of a hog is material, the hog form of the Lord was not materially contaminated. It is not possible for earthly hogs to assume the gigantic form spreading throughout the sky. Beginning from the Satyaloka, his body is always transcendental in all circumstances. Therefore, the assumption of the form of a boar is only his pastimes. His body is all the Vedas or transcendental. But since he has assumed a form of a boar, he began to search out the earth by smelling just like a hog. The Lord can perfectly play the part of any living entities. The gigantic feature of the boar was certainly very fearful for all non-devotees, but to the pure devotees of the Lord, he was not at all fearful. On the contrary, he was so pleasingly glancing upon his devotees that all of them felt transcendental happiness. Om Jnanatamirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasme Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Sadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Savadetam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitakshta He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kpa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Karo Vachalam Kundam Lagayati Grim Yet Kripa Tadamandi Shri Guru Vinatarna Hare Krishna. Before I start, I would like to take your blessings. So that whatever I speak will glorify Lord Varahadeva for your pleasure and for my own application in my life. So actually today is not Varahadvadashi, today is Nityanand Trayodasi, but somehow because of the arrangement of the nakshatras or of the planets and stars, we are celebrating Varahadvadashi today. So at times, like as we know, this Gregorian calendar, this English calendar, as per it today is 30th of January. So it is based upon solar cycle, solar calculation. But in our Vedic calendar, it is based upon lunar cycle. Like it calculates which month is there, which nakshatra is there, which what time is it of the year. It is calculated as per the position of moon. So in that calculation, sometimes it happens that two dates coincide into one date. It all happens like we all know there are constellations in the sky. We must have this what they call these. Anybody remember the names of these constellations? I just forget. Hunter, one is the hunter. One is in the shape of a spoon. Yeah, I forgot the names of these. These all these Scorpion, Sagittarius.
Zodiac sign.
Sorry, which one?
I heard you're talking about zodiac sign.
Zodiac signs. These are all constellations in the sky, and when the moon enter into their zone, that's how months, nakshatra, and different periods of times are calculated. So at times, if moon is in certain position, so two days coincide into one. So yesterday was Ekadashi as well as Dwadashi. So normally it is on different dates. We celebrate Ekadashi, then Varadwadashi, and then Nitya and Trodashi. But yesterday it was like Ekadashi and Dwadashi was on the same day. So that's why we are discussing Varadwadashi, about Lord Vara today. And we can also paran our Ekadashi Vrata with just a little prashadam. We can wait for the full prashadam, those who can. Full prashadam after 12. So, Lord Vara, like there are so many incarnations of Krishna. Like here, when we sang this Vaishnava song, Dashavtar Stotram, so it is mentioned there are only 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. We have heard all, we all have heard there are 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. But can any of you tell me how many incarnations of Lord Vishnu are there or Krishna are there?
Unlimited.
Unlimited. But why there are 10 only?
They are the prominent.
They are the prominent. But here is no Krishna is not mentioned here. Krishna is not prominent. He is less prominent.
Krishna is the supreme.
Source of all. And then we'll consult Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter. So the name of the chapter, Krishna is the source of all incarnation. There they mention 24 incarnations of Krishna. So which one is right? These 10 are right, these 24 are right. Actually both are right. Because after mentioning these 24 incarnations, Shukadeva Goswami mentioned this shloka. The meaning of it is just like this. O Brahmana, the incarnation of Lord are innumerable, like rivulets flowing from the inexhaustible source of water. You can imagine like how many waves could be there in the ocean. Can you imagine? Not at all. Similarly is the number of incarnations Lord Krishna have. There are so many incarnations. So now if you will ask, let's say, everybody might be familiar with football. I'll not take example of cricket. So if I ask you to make a list of best footballers of the world, all-time best footballers of the world. So somebody may make a list of 10, somebody may make a list of 5 best footballers as per his own calculation, whom he think is the best one. So it is just like that. They have been asked to write down the incarnations of Krishna, and somebody, Jayadeva Goswami, he jotted down only the 10 most prominent ones. In Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami wrote down 24. In other Puranas, there are many other incarnations are also mentioned. So, but in actuality, there are innumerable incarnations of Vishnu. And now, why he do so? Why he has to take in so many incarnations? Like why he, and we also need to understand that these incarnations are Krishna himself. It is mentioned in Brahm Samhita. Deeparchare vihi dashantaramabhyupetya deepayate vivita hetu samana dharma yastadrige vahi cha vishnu taya vibhati govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Let's say I have 10 candles in front of me, 10 unlit candles, and I brought a lit candle, and then I lit all those 10 candles one by one. So now these all candles have the same fire, isn't it? Because it came from the same source. But still, the first candle is the source of all these candles, isn't it? They are same, yet let's discuss it again. Suppose I have 10 unlit candle in front of me. Okay, there is no fire in them. Now I have brought another candle which has fire, and one by one, I burn these candles. So does these candles have same fire or not? But which one is the original? Which one is the source? The first one, which I bought. So similarly is the connection of Krishna with the incarnations. Although these incarnations are expansion of Krishna, just like the fire from the original candle is there. The expansion of this fire is there in all those 10 candles. Similarly, Krishna expand into all these incarnations for one reason only, just to enjoy. And why do people eat variety of food? Why do people go for traveling? Why do people wear different clothes? Why do people have many friends? Because variety is the mother of enjoyment, isn't it? So similarly, Krishna wants to enjoy more and more. He takes many incarnations. One time what happened, like Krishna was having some itch in his back. At times we also feel this itch and our hand does not reach there. So we feel a little perplexed what to do. I don't know whether it is available in France or in India. They have this plastic stick with a hand to scratch your back. So without that stick, you cannot scratch your back at certain area of your back if your hand doesn't move fully. So Krishna also one time had this itch in his back. So what he did? Sorry for this. So he took the incarnation of tortoise, and they have to put a whole mountain on his back to satisfy his itch. You might have heard this Samudra Manthan Leela, in which Krishna incarnated as tortoise incarnation, and they put a very huge mountain on his back and churned the ocean. It was all because Krishna has itch on his back. So similarly, Lord takes so many incarnations just to enjoy more and more. When Krishna wants to fight like anything, like unstoppable fight, like very, very, very fierce fight, Krishna reincarnates in the form of Lord Narasimhadev. So similarly here, Krishna is appeared as Lord Varaha. Materially speaking, boar or a pig or a wild hog is not considered very beautiful, isn't it? Like nobody likes to have them near them. People do not want to keep them. They are not considered very auspicious. But we need to understand that whatever way Krishna appears, it is beautiful. So because Krishna's body is transcendental, even if he appears as in the body in the form of a wild hog, first of all, he is not hog. He is transcendental. He is never contaminated by the material modes of nature or by material elements. Just to on the sidelines, I would like to give an example. One time, what happened in Iran? There was a educated person who approached spirituality with analytics, with the analytical mind. So he was a Muslim. So he asked, because in Iran, in his college when he was studying, so there was a spiritual studies course also. So the Imam used to come and he used to teach him that Allah is everywhere. That is true. God is everywhere, isn't it? So this person asked the question to this Imam that if Allah is everywhere, if God is everywhere, is God is there in the stool also? This person, the Imam could not tolerate this. How could you say like this? Can God be there in the stool? Not at all. He was so perplexed. So he just throw him out of the class. That you there's no need for you to come to this class. And eventually, this person left Iran and came to UK. And as people outside they do, he becomes successful. He earned good money. And one fine Friday night, he was doing party with his friends, and they drank too much. And he was showing so much of doing so much nonsense after drinking. So what his friend did, just throw him into the basement in the night, so that he will just do his nonsense, and eventually he will get tired and he will sleep. So next morning when he woke up, so it was pitch dark in the basement. There's nothing. He was alone there. He just woke up with a heavy head, and he saw, like, in the basement, generally the windows are there on the ceiling near the roof. So there was only one window was open, and light was coming from there, and that light was falling on a book. So he went there. He saw that book, because it was the only thing visible in that whole basement, in that whole cave. So he saw that book. It was a magazine. It was Back to Godhead magazine, and in that magazine there was a question, like, in Back to Godhead magazine there is always a question answer session, question answer section. So somebody has sent the question to the editors, that if God is everywhere, if God is there in the stool also, in the urine also. So he read that thing at that time, and then he thought, like, this was the same question I had few years back. So then he read the answer. In the answer it was written, yes, God is everywhere, but he is not contaminated by these things, by material elements. Just to understand this example, right now there are so many Wi-Fi signals are there, Wi-Fi radiation is there in the air, isn't it? Mobile radiation is there, infrared, or maybe, how you say, radio frequency radio waves are here in this air. But does these waves are contaminated by matter? If I toss water in the air, will those waves will be wet? Will that happen? Not at all, because they are on different plane. These waves, these radio waves, infrared, ultrasonic waves, or Wi-Fi waves, they are not contaminated by these material things. So similarly, God, Krishna, is also present everywhere, but he is not contaminated by material things. And eventually he took this magazine, he came out of this basement, and eventually, by searching from this magazine, he came to ISKCON temple in London, and eventually become an initiated devotee, Airavat Prabhu. So I just gave this example to show that although Krishna appears in the form of a hog, who appears to be in the form of a hog, but he is still transcendental, he is still beautiful. He is always beautiful in whichever situation he is. So we might have known there are two incarnations of Lord Vara. Krishna appears as Lord Vara twice. Okay, so as we all know, the duration of Kali Yuga is 427,000 years. It is a very huge amount of time. 427,000.
432, 5,000 is finished, so now...
Yeah, 422 is left, but the whole duration is 427,000. The double of that is 800.
64.
No, 54.
64.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
The first one
is
432,000 is the whole duration of Kali Yuga. Double of that is Dwapar Yuga, 864,000. Triple of Kali Yuga 1372, 1272, no, 1296,000 is the duration of Treta Yuga, and Satyug is 4 times. So the whole cycle, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kalyug, is 43,020, how to say this?
4,320,320.
Yeah, 4,320, 4.32 million years. And 1,000 times is a day of 1,000 times of this kalpa, of this cycle is a day of Brahmaji. And in the day of Brahmaji there are 14 hours. Like in our day there are 12 hours, but Brahmaji's day is divided into 14 hours. They are called Manvantaras. So there are 14 and right now is the 7th Manvantara going on. So Krishna appeared as Lord Vara in twice. One in the times of Swayambhu Manvantar, in the time of Swayambhu Manu, and one in the time of Chakshush Manvantar. So you might have seen that when we do yajna, we do sankalpa, the priest chant these mantras which show that which time period is going on. So right now it is the government of Vaivasvat Manu, and who appeared recently, Shwet Vara. There are 2 types of Vara there, Shwet Vara and Rakt Vara. One is white in color and other one is red in color. So when Shwet Vara appear, he do not fight with Hiranyaksh. He only lift earth out of Garbhodak Sagar or Garbhodak ocean. But when he appeared as Raktavara, I'll come to that part in a minute. So he fight with Hiranyaksh. So one time what happened, like when Krishna created this universe, there are innumerable universe. You might have, if you have seen movies, so you might have know this term multiverse. You heard of it, multiverse? There are so many of universes. This knowledge is very much new to the material world outside, people outside, but it is already mentioned in the Shastra that there are so many universes. This is not the only universe that we have. So there are innumerable universes that is coming out from the breath of Mahavishnu, and in each universe, Krishna has their different arrangement, different arrangement of management is there. So in our universe, there are 3 presiding deities for different tasks. Brahmaji is there for creation, Vishnu is there for maintenance, and Shivji is there for destruction. Whenever there is need of creation, Brahmaji does that. Vishnuji, Lord Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he maintains all the living entities, provide for their needs, and Shivji, he do destruction, he do pralaya, the total devastation. So when Krishna in the form of Lord Vishnu created all these planets and all these structures of this universe, but there was no living entities. So he gave this task to Brahmaji, that Brahmaji did secondary creation. So he has to, now nobody can do everything alone, he need help. So what Brahmaji did, Brahmaji gave birth or have some children. It is asexual reproduction, you can say that he doesn't need a wife to procreate. So the first children that came out of Brahmaji and it is not like the humans are born. So Brahmaji created 4 Kumaras, 4 very little young boys, and Brahmaji asked them, okay, that Lord Vishnu has given me this task of procreation, that we have to fill the whole universe. And our universe, as per the Vedic system, that in our universe there are 14 planetary systems. We know only one, solar system, that we know that which has 9 planets. But it is mentioned in the Shastras that above Earth are heavenly planetary system. There are 6 heavenly planetary systems: Janalok, Maharlok, Tapalok, Brahmalok. And below that there are abominable, you can say abominable planetary systems, which are Rasatal, Talatal, Vital, Atal, Patal. So, and in each planetary system there are millions of planets. It's not that there are only one planet on every planetary system. So, and I can show you on screen also. It will be easy for you. In how much time? Oh, more time. I hope you can see it on the screen. So here we are. This is Bhuloka, earthly realm. In this realm, there is earth is situated, and above that there are Swarlok, Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, Brahmalok, higher planetary systems. And below that is Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Ratal, Patal, the hellish planetary systems. So now these four boys, which are called four Kumaras, they were asked by their father Brahmaji, okay, now we have been given this responsibility to create more living entities and to fill these 14 planetary system with living entities. So they asked four Kumaras, okay, you will also procreate, you will also become Prajapati and make more generations. So they said, like, why to take that responsibility, why to get married? It is reality that nobody wants to take responsibility. By taking responsibility, you know, it gives like taking responsibility is not easy. You have to be answerable, you have to be present, you have to do things. So these four boys also, they told plainly to Brahmaji that we don't want to get married, we don't want to take this responsibility, we'll just stay like this. So Brahmaji was clever, so he said, once you will be old, like at times, young children, they say, I don't want to get married. So parents just laugh on them that, once you'll get married, once you'll be more older, you'll feel the urges and you have to get married. So these four Kumaras, they understood that, what Brahmaji is saying. So by their own, they were so powerful that they stopped their aging. They remain like 5-year-olds. Because, these senses start giving trouble, or they become more powerful once they are developed. Like there is no pride, or pride could be there, but no greed or no lust in 5-year-old or very young children, isn't it? So these four Kumaras, they stopped their aging, they just remain like 4-year-old. And eventually, Brahmaji then procreated more sons. Eventually Brahmaji created Manu and Satrupa, the first man and woman. They are mentioned with the different names in other religions also. Adam and Eve, Adam and Hawa, and they are responsibility, like Brahmaji is very intelligent, so he created somebody who can procreate further. So he created man and woman. Eventually that's how this world is going on. They are reproducing more children, and that's how reproduction is going on. So these four Kumaras, one time they have this desire to go have this, just like there are so many incarnations of Lord Vishnu, similarly there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets also, because every incarnation has his own planet. Those who are living in is it the battery?
On all of connection. Now
Is it the battery?
on all of connection. Now it's okay.
No, it's okay. So So on the 7th gate, they happened to meet the gatekeepers of Lord Vishnu, Jai and Vijay, who stopped them. That you cannot enter Vaikuntha like this. Can you allow, like, imagine 4 naked boys, 5-year-old, come to the temple. It will be a very odd scene. We are not ready, actually. I'm so, but it is reality that Prabhupada has made bhakti so easy for us, so palatable, so approachable for us, that we are able to do bhakti, especially in the West. Imagine, Shukdev Goswami, who spoke Bhagavatam. What he wears? What is the dress of Shukdev Goswami? Nothing. He's a 16-year-old young boy, and he wears nothing. Will any ISKCON temple allow Shukdev Goswami to come and sit on Vyasasana and give lecture? Not at all possible. We cannot imagine that. We cannot digest that. But Shukdev Goswami, who spoke the whole Bhagavatam in front of Parikshit Maharaj, we will not allow him. You cannot speak from Bhagavatam, which is like you spoke originally, but we cannot allow you. And similarly, can Lord Shiva come? Now, how Lord Shiva dressed up? He has ashes all over his body, and there are, scorpions and snake all around his body. And let's say Lord Shiva appear in front of in Sarsal, enter into our temple. People will start calling the police. So it is all mercy of the Acharyas. It is the mercy of Prabhupada that he made bhakti approachable for us. He adjusted bhakti in a way so that we can accept bhakti. Even like 100 years back, in the times of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, sannyasis were not, before him, sannyasis were not wearing any stitched cloth. They just wear upper cloth, which is unstitched, and lower cloth. Imagine, none of us would like to hear for that kind of a dress person when we were new, isn't it? Somebody approaches us in a nice clothes and nice, in a very presentable way. That's why we listen to those devotees. So they tweaked, they adjusted different details so that bhakti can enter into the life of fallen souls. So that these fallen souls, the jivas, can accept bhakti. This can only be done by acharyas, not by anybody. So now these 4 young naked 5-year-old children, 5-year-old boys were stopped by Jai and Vijay. So they become angry that how could you stop us? You have envy towards us, and so you are not fit to live in Vaikuntha, because Vaikuntha there is no envy, there is no vices, there is no anger, greed. There is no place for these things in Vaikuntha. So they curse them that better you fall down from Vaikuntha. You are not suitable to live here in Vaikuntha. So you must fall down. And eventually, everybody got shocked that how could somebody curse Jai and Vijay, the devotees who are living in Vaikuntha planet, who are living with Lord Vishnu, who are living with Krishna. They are pure devotees. So there was a big chaos there, and eventually when Lord Vishnu heard of this, he came to the gate and he saw that what is happening. That these 4 Kumaras, who are also my devotees, has cursed Jai and Vijay to fall down from the Vaikuntha. So eventually, what he did, this is the heart of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, that he apologizes to 4 Kumaras that I apologize on behalf of my servants that they stopped you. Actually, this is how spiritual life goes. That nobody will criticize you. If you do anything wrong, they will not criticize you. They will criticize your authority. That what teaching you have given them. One time what happened during Jagannath, because we have a lot of time, that's why I'm explaining more. Okay. So one time during Jagannath Rath Yatra in Puri, in the times of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So every year all the devotees from Navdeep, they used to visit they used to visit Jagannath Puri and spent 4 months there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they, one of the prime of that time is to attend Jagannath Rath Yatra. Everybody used to chant and dance on the street of Jagannath Puri. So one time what happened, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, they are all dancing in the kirtan in front of the chariot of Lord Jagannath. So, and somehow the king of Puri, Raja Pratap Rudra, he was also there. He was also a devotee. So he was also chanting and dancing. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Acharya and other devotees, they are dancing like they are going further and coming back. They are going further and coming back. And by dancing in this manner, somehow Advaita Acharya was coming near to Radha Pratap Rudra, the King Pratap Rudra. And his minister, he got, he was, he became a little perplexed that, how could, these people, this Advaita Acharya can come close to the king who is very great. He was seeing them from the material eyes. So one time he tried to stop Advaita Acharya coming near to Raja Pratap Rudra, the King Pratap Rudra. One time it happened, second time it happened. And Advaita Acharya was also tolerating that, he's tried to disrupt or disturb the dancing of the Lord and the devotees. So one time it happened, 3 times, second time it happened, third time it happened. Then what Advaita Acharya did, he slapped this minister in the Jagannath Yatra for disrupting the dancing. He slapped this minister. So as soon as Raja Pratap Rudra saw that Advaita Acharya slapped this minister, he begged mercy and he told Advaita Acharya, who is also incarnation of Vishnu, Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva combined, he apologizes to Advaita Acharya and asked them, this slap would have, you should have slapped me, not this minister. This minister of mine is very fortunate that you slapped him, you touched him, but this slaps, you should have slapped me. So he's showing that when a subordinate makes mistake, the blame or people will criticize those who are on the senior position or those who are in the position of the authority. They will not criticize subordinates. If somebody from this temple do anything wrong, then people will criticize president. What this president is doing. He cannot, what kind of education this president is giving. There's a very funny story. One time, I will not name the devotee, but one of Prabhupada's disciple who became temple president in a very young age. At the age of 19, he became temple president. So Prabhupada visited that temple and they were on the morning walk. And because he was a very young temple president, so he asked Prabhupada, on the morning walk, he asked Prabhupada that, how it's like to be a president in your movement, Srila Prabhupada. And he was thinking like that. Prabhupada will say, oh, you are like the army general, one of the army generals in the great army of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was all ready to hear his whole praise. And Prabhupada said, to be like a president in this movement is like, if anything goes wrong, it's your fault. So that's how, authority system work in ISKCON. If anything goes wrong, people will not criticize you. If there will be a shortage of prasadam in a festival, people will not say, oh, cook didn't calculate it, it is not the mistake of, somehow so many people came, they will criticize the management. They should have made more. They should have considered it. Where is the president? What he is doing? So, Lord Vishnu understood, this is how things work in the spiritual circumstances. So Lord Vishnu also, he apologizes to these 4 Kumaras that, somehow my 2 servants, my gatekeepers, Jaya and Vijay, they stopped you. So I apologize on their behalf. And it is all my arrangement. I am going to incarnate in different yugas. So I want somebody to fight with me. So these 2 gatekeepers, they will also incarnate to fulfill my desire of fighting. So what happened in one of the Satyugas, like we all know, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, that is one cycle, and then after completion of Kali Yuga, again Satyuga comes. So in one of the Satyugas, in the earlier times, during the creation of living entities, the great Rishi Kashyap is also one of the Prajapatis. Brahmaji gave this task to Kashyap Rishi also to create progeny, to create huge progeny. Kashyap Rishi has 13 wives. From one wife, Vinita, he procreated all the birds. From his one wife, Kardu, what is the name of wife who, mother of all the snakes? Kadru. So one of his wife, Kadru, he came all the reptiles and snakes. So if anybody doesn't know his Gotra also, he can easily say Kashyap. Those who are initiated, their Gotra is Achyut. Otherwise, those who don't know, in India or in like Indian subcontinent where Sanatana Dharma is, everybody has Gotra. That Gotra signifies under the lineage of which Rishi you are coming. Like you are the, like which Rishi is your ancestor. So as we all know that different scientists or different devotees used to argue with Prabhupada that humans came from monkeys. Prabhupada used to say, Prabhupada never accepted this idea of evolution. That what is the question of evolution? You are still monkeys. Prabhupada used to say, where is the evolution? You are still monkeys. So they used to say that humans came from monkeys. Prabhupada said, you might have came from monkeys. I came from the family of great rishis of India. So that's true. Like those who are born on the land of Sanatana Dharma, they knew their Gotras also. But for us also, those who don't know, those who are initiated, they can easily say their Gotra is Achyut. Now they are son of Lord Achyuta, Krishna. They are in that parampara. And those who don't know, they can easily say their Gotra is Kashyap. Because Kashyap is one of the main progenitor who created so much progeny. So one time what happened in the evening at the time of dusk, one of the wives of Kashyapa, Aditi, wanted to have association of Kashyap, and that's not the right time. In Vedic system there is a time for everything. For procreation there is a proper time, place and circumstances. Just like you do not eat fruits in the night. Do we? Do we eat fruits in the night? No, it is dangerous. One should not eat fruits in the night. It becomes poisonous in the stomach, because you are not going to do any physical work. So those fruits which are citrus can cause poison in your stomach. Even if they are not citrus, one should not take fruits in the night. So like for everything there is particular place, time and circumstance. Similarly for procreation also, for having children also, there is place, time and circumstance. And the time of dusk is not suitable for procreation. That is the argument of Kashyap to his wife Aditi, that you should wait. We'll certainly have children, we'll procreate, we'll have children, but this is not the right time. But somehow, by the will of the providence, Aditi was having this great urge to associate with Kashyap Rishi. So Kashyap Rishi again argued that this is the time of Lord Shiva, when Lord Shiva goes out to around different planets. He goes out with his associate, all those hobgoblins, ghosts, and what he do, if somebody procreate during this time, he gives the opportunity of a ghost to one of the ghosts to enter into the womb of this lady. So that's not the right time. Actually, as we all know, Lord Shiva is Param Vaishnava. Vaishnavena Nam Yatha Shambhu. So because he is all merciful, great Vaishnava, he always keep these fallen souls, these hobgoblins, ghosts with him. By Vaishnava association, by having devotee association, certainly they will get benefited. And although they will not get the body of human beings so easily, but when Lord Shiva saw such kind of humans, procreating at the wrong time, he put some of this ghost into the body of that woman who indulge in this kind of act at that time. So somehow, Diti also had this great urge to associate with Kashyap at that time, and finally Kashyap has to oblige, and they procreate. And because that it was the wrong time, wrong place, wrong circumstances, so the two great demons appear into the womb of Diti. Diti, sorry. That mother of Daityas, Aditi. Diti. So these two demons were Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu. And now, as their name suggests, and as soon as they enter into the womb of Diti, all bad omens start appearing from in all directions. And Diti also understood that something wrong has happened. So then he tried to specify Kashyap that we have did wrong, I have did wrong, and somehow what to do. So Kashyap said, now nothing had happened. Now there are two great demons are there in your womb, and they will come and they will wreak havoc in the universe. So, and what did he try to do? He tried to stop birth for many years. He kept those demons into her womb, but eventually you cannot keep the baby there whole time for long. So these two demons came out, and their name was Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu. The literal meaning of their names is Hiranyakashipu means one who soft golden bed. In this material world, people love gold and they love to sleep. The epitome of their these habits is Hiranyakashipu. The best of the demons. Hiranyakashipu who loves gold as well as loves to sleep on a soft golden bed. And the other guy, the Hiranyaksh, his name's meaning is one whose eyes always looks for gold. Hiranya means gold and Aksh means eyes, whose eyes always search for gold. Somehow, it is mentioned that in Satyuga, the demons and Devtas, they used to live on different planets. They are planets apart. There are different planets of Devtas and different planets of demons. In the next Yuga, in Treta Yuga, the demons and Devtas, the demigods, they came on same planet but on different countries. Like in Treta Yuga, Lord Ram appeared. Lord Ram was there in Ayodhya, in the mainland India, and Ravan, he was there in Sri Lanka, on the same planet but on the different country. Then in the next Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, the demons and demigods, they came more closer. Now they appeared into the same family. Pandavas and Kauravas, they appeared in the same family, Kuru Vansh, demons and demigods. But now in Kali Yuga, they have come more closer. They are into same person. We have demoniac tendencies also, and we have divine tendencies also. At times we behave like demons. At times we behave like we have divine qualities. So Prabhupada has mentioned that we all are small Hiranyaksh, Hiranyakashipu, or small Ravan. When we show too much, we show too much lusty desires, we are small Ravans. When we try to accumulate too much gold, too much money, too much dollar, too much euros, somehow the back borrow steal, money, brighter than sunshine, sweeter than honey. Let me get all the money. So then we are small Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu. But there is a problem with being small Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu, small Ravan. If you want to become Hiranyaksh, Hiranyakashipu, Ravan, so become big, so that Krishna has to come and kill you. And that is a beneficial beneficial situation. Even if you die by the hands of Krishna, you will go to spiritual world. Like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravan, they were all Krishna conscious. They are always mindful, they are always thinking of Krishna. Never there was a moment in their life when they do not think of Krishna. That is another thing, that they were doing it in a negative way. So if we have to become Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravan, bigger one, so that Krishna has to come. If you remain like a small Hiranyaksha, small Hiranyakashipu, small Ravan, that Krishna doesn't have to appear. He will just kill you with the help of just old age or some disease. So when these two brothers, they are twin brothers, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they appeared. They were so youthless. By the help of Shukracharya, the guru of the spiritual master of demons, they accumulated so many powers, so many siddhis. They become so powerful that they were able to defeat devatas also. These Indras, these Indra, Chandra, all these demigods, they used to fear them. This Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, whenever they go to heavenly planets, all these demigods used to run away. So, when somebody gets power, as we all know, the great uncle of Spider-Man, you must have heard of him. He gave a very profound statement: with great power comes greater responsibility. You all have heard this, right? No? Nobody has seen Spider-Man? Spider-Man. Uncle Ben has said, with great power comes greater responsibility. So it is true. So they become powerful, but they were not responsible. So when somebody becomes powerful, he always tried to fight with somebody, to exercise this power. But now all these demigods, they were not fighting with them. So they become restless. They always try to pick fight with somebody. We need somebody to show how powerful I am, how majestic I am. So when they used to visit Swarglok or any other heavenly planets, all the demigods used to run away. So one time Hiranyaksha, what he did, he entered into the ocean, and there he entered into the capital of Varun Dev, Vibhavati, I guess that's the name of his capital, and he asked Varun, the demigod Varuna, who is in charge of water, he asked him in a very sarcastic way, I need some donation, I am a beggar, I need some donation, please fight with me. That's the donation I want. That I want to fight. You are such a great hero, you are such a great demigod, and my strong arms, they are also, looking for some match. I beg you, kindly fight with me. And Varun Dev know, what this guy want, that he want to, defeat me, or he want to kill me. So he understood that, what he wants. So what he did, that he said, I cannot fulfill your desire, I cannot fight with you, but certainly I know someone who can, what he can do, he can be a match for you. So he said, who? Hiranyaksha said, who can be a match? So he said, don't worry, soon that personality will appear and he will be a good match for you. So what happened by the will of the providence, by the will of Krishna, Brahmaji procreated Manu and Satrupa, and he gave them the task, okay, now you procreate and fill all those planetary systems. But then he saw that Earth is not there. Earth is not there in its orbit. Somehow Earth is there in Garbhodak Sagar. Our universe, this universe, it is just the picture that I am showing here on the screen. It is just the above part, the above half of universe, where the 14 planetary system is. The lower half of that planetary system, or the lower half of that universe, is filled with water. It is called Garbhodakshayi Sagar, or the Garbhodakshayi ocean. So somehow Earth has fallen into Garbhodakshayi ocean, and Brahmaji is very perplexed that what to do. Now first I created these 4 Kumaras. They didn't accept it to procreate. Then I created Lord Shiva. who created all those hobgoblins and ghosts who attacked me. And now finally I have created Manu and Satrupa, the first man and woman who are ready to procreate, who are ready to help in my project. But now there is no earth. What to do? So he was thinking like that, and then from his nostril appear a hog-like living entity of the size of a thumb, of his thumb. And eventually, just in moments, this small living entity, this small hog, becomes so huge that it covered the almost whole universe. It becomes so huge, and Brahmaji understood that this is not other living entity can do so. Only Lord Vishnu can do so. So he understood that he is Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu appeared in this form of hog to solve the problem of Brahmaji, because Brahmaji has to fill the whole universe, all 14 planetary system with living entities, and now he is ready, but Earth is not there. So Krishna appeared in the form of hog to take Earth out of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So before I proceed, I would like to do a time check. Mataji, how much time do we have? 5 minutes. Ki jai. So then Lord Vara in the form of hog entered into Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Garbhodak Sagar, the great ocean, Garbhodak ocean, and using his tusk, this great, these outer teeth, he took out earth and tried to place it on his planet, the Bhumi Devi, or we can say, like in spiritual world or in spiritual terminology, every entity is living entity. This earth is also a living entity. We call it Mother Nature in other terms, but in Vedic terms it is called Bhumi Devi. So he was taking out earth from Garbhodak Sagar and tried to place it into its orbit, into its place, and then appear Hiranyaksh with his big arms and with his with his desire to fight with Vishnu, and he spoke so many cursing words to Lord Vishnu, so that Lord Vishnu become angry and he'll start fighting. But Lord Varahadeva, he ignored him, just like a gentleman going with his wife. If some rough people or some goons on the street try to do mischief, so they avoid it, because that gentleman is with his wife. He do not want to scare his wife or do not want to put his wife into some situation. So similarly, Lord Vara just ignored the words of Hiranyaksha, who was cursing him like anything. So first he placed Bhumi Devi on its place, and then he came back. And then it is mentioned in the Bhagavatam also that he also cursed. He spoke so many cursing words to Hiranyaksha also. Actually, Kshatriyas, they do such kind of things to invoke anger among each other, so that once they will be sufficiently angry, then there will be they can enjoy the rasa of fighting. If I am not sufficiently angry, I will not hit you properly, isn't it? So you have to be sufficiently angry, then you will use your whole force. So from both sides, Lord Varahadeva was cursing Hiranyaksha, Hiranyaksha was cursing Lord Varahadeva. Hiranyaksha was saying, you are such a filthy boar, and you doesn't look very good. and Lord Varahadeva also cursing Hiranyaksha like that. And finally, when they fight, everybody was watching it. Everybody likes to see action movies. Some action, some fight scene in Hollywood or in Bollywood, wherever there are movies. Like there are fight choreographers also. Choreography is a term generally used for dancing. Choreographers are the person who invent dancing moves and they teach it to the person who is dancing. But in Hollywood or in the movies, there are people who are called stunt choreographers or fight choreographers who will who will design fighting sequence like that so that people will be amazed and everyone will like to see it. So similarly, here also, Lord Vara is fighting with Hiranyaksha in a very fearful manner, and everybody is afraid. At times, it do happen that Hiranyaksha attacked Lord Varahadeva in a way that the mace of Lord Vara fell down, and Hiranyaksha is asking Lord Vara, lift your mace, fight like a gentleman. So Lord Vara also praised Hiranyaksha, and at least he is fighting with the rules. So at times it happens that Lord Vara attacked Hiranyaksha in a way that his mace fell down. So Lord Vara again gave him a chance. Okay, you will also lift your mace and fight like gentlemen. So it happens quite a number of times. So finally, these Devtas, Brahmaji, they approach Lord Vara that please kill them. We cannot wait. They are all Sakam Bhaktas. Sakam Bhaktas, they always want their own profit. They will do bhakti, but for some their own benefit. Because Brahmaji also has this mentality that I have to procreate, I have to finish my job, just kill this demon, and so that we can do our things. And Krishna, he took this incarnation of Varahadeva just to enjoy fighting. He made all these arrangements. Diti procreated with Kashyap Rishi on the wrong time. These two demons appeared. Before that, he gave this. He invoked this desire of 4 Kumaras to meet with him in Vaikuntha, and Jai Vijay stopped them. They get cursed. So this was all arrangement of Krishna so that he can fight with somebody suitable. And now these all demigods and Brahmaji, they are saying, please do not fight, please kill them immediately. And Lord Vishnu, he has to oblige. And finally, with a powerful blow of his mace, he finally killed Hiranyaksha. Lord Vara ki Jai. So today is his appearance day, and we must. So we can also pray to Lord Vara that at times, just like he took out earth from the very dark, very ignorant region of Garbhodak ocean, at times our consciousness also falls into very dark, very ignorant regions. Isn't it? At times we are also get influenced by mode of ignorance. So just like Lord Vara took out earth, so we pray to Lord Vara, we pray to the holy names of Krishna that they will also took out our intelligence, our consciousness from the region of ignorance. So whenever this is a great learning for us, whenever we get perplexed, this is in this material world, everybody has to face problems. It's not that you are doing bhakti, or if you are a devotee, you will not face problems. Even Lord Brahmaji, Krishna met him, Lord Vishnu met him, gave him the instruction, okay, you have to procreate. He shook hand with Brahmaji, and Brahmaji also has to face so many problems. Even Arjuna, Krishna, in the starting of the battle, he spoke to Arjuna that, you will win. I have killed all these people. Nimitra matra bhai sabe sachi, that you just fight on my behalf, just being instrument. But Arjuna also has to face so many problems. So, but because Krishna was on his side, Yatra Yogeshwar Krishna, Tatra Partha Dhanudara, Tatra Shri Vijayar Bhuti Dhruva Nitin Matir Mama. Whenever Krishna is there, on whoever's side, there will be opulence, there will be victory. So similarly, whenever we also, it is going to happen. If you are if you came to bhakti, if you are doing bhakti, thinking that my life will be peaceful, shanti, 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 so I'm so sorry, you are at a wrong place. There won't be any shanti, especially in ISKCON. It is my own 14 years experience. Mataji must have greater experience that never was a time in ISKCON when there was shanti. Isn't it? So, because we are not here for shanti, we are not that kind of a movement. Our movement is a little different. So if there is chaos, that means Krishna is certainly present there. Like we can see, when Krishna was not there in Vrindavan, he was there in Gokul. All the demons used to visit Gokul. Krishna came to Vrindavan, all the demons, every day there was, some big demon appeared and he tried to disrupt peace of Vrindavan. So, and as soon as Krishna left Vrindavan, none of the demon came to Vrindavan. It was all peaceful place with some people crying whole day. Mother Yashoda, Nand Maharaj, Radharani and all those devotees there. So when Krishna is there, if we can see that there is chaos, that means Krishna is certainly present there. If there are problems, Krishna is certainly present there. So Prabhupada also said that, how will you see that our movement is growing? One of the signs that our movement is growing is that people will oppose it. Demon will oppose it. Prabhupada said when there will be court cases, police will stop you. That means the movement is going nicely.
Yes.
That is certainly true. So we can also pray to Lord Vara that yes, there will be problems. There will be chaos in our life, but please help us. Always take shelter of the holy names in such situations. With these words, I would like to stop here. Hare Krishna. Now we'll have the divine darshans of the Lordship. Jai Radha Parisishwar Radha Parisishwar Shri Radha.